can the president call an Operation HAULT initiative? And you have Galamsayers proudly protesting that. The organized labor, people are calling them clowns online. People are calling them clowns. It's like they are some kind of, there's a puppet master, there's a puppeteer, ubiquitous strings, or you almost say, almost sour, Charlie, what is? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Chopping Block. My name is Manifest. Today we'll be delving into the disorganized labor. Yes, the organized labor, the ones who issued a document that they would be going on a strike on 10th October has turned into a disorganized labor. Now, the president of the land met with the organized labor during the time when concerned citizens were having a 3-day protest. He met with the organized labor to discuss matters relating to the Galamsey, its regulation and its elimination or termination. Yes. And they gave the president an ultimatum that by this time, if you haven't done anything about Galamsey, we, the working force of the country, we, the organized labor, we are going on a strike. They took a decision as an organization and came and delivered that message to the president and to Ghanaians. And the president said, okay. Yesterday, or I think maybe I'd say even a couple of hours ago, the president of the land issued a statement saying that they are deploying military personnel to go to where the various Galamsey sites are and go and issue arrests and a whole lot. Let me read the document. Government, in its continued efforts to clamp down on the long-standing menace of illegal small-scale mining, has concluded operational measures to intensify the ongoing Operation HAULT, which is led by the Ghana Armed Forces to rid our water bodies, our river bodies, of all forms of mining activities. This was the first point. The second one, this phase of the operation will be done in conjunction with the Small Scale Mining Association of Ghana. 3. Government reassess that river bodies and forest reserves remain red zones. Government reiterates its commitment to the fight against illegal small-scale mining and calls on stakeholders to join the fight. So the government has taken initiatives to stop Galamsey, and hence the reason as to why organized labor met, they even thought of going on a strike in the first place, has automatically been resolved to some extent, along with the reason as to why people protested for 3 days. It is all a combined effort that the government has taken this initiative. That is good. My problem right now, and what I don't understand is, the organized labor somehow turned into a disorganized labor even before this statement was released. Before this statement was released, there were multiple members, multiple parts of the organized labor that were just spinning out of control. People were leaving. And now we will not join. And at the event, before this statement was issued, this month, the managing director of Geico, Geico Distilleries, Honorable Maxwell Kofi Juma, had said that if you are a man like him, you don't come to work. Or more you're striking. This was before the statement released though. Or more you're striking now. Tell him that you are going on a strike, you will not come to work. OG pay from her. You will come and meet him in the business.
So you are for Muti. What do you pay me?
It's a public sector. I threaten.
Oh, what do you pay me?
The managing director for
me say what do you pay me?
Obi a Giok no say organized labor say yankwa. Obi a man.
Okwa me yinedi.
Hey, Kofi Juma.
Me am yira me tie ka no. What do you pay ko?
Obi oya Juma Gihok say organized labor say yanko.
Yes.
Okwa obi yinedi.
Where yinedi? Ko what do you pay?
Are they not part of organized labor?
You need labor laws for Ghana.
Your labor laws.
Yes. So what I say. Won't me man say we go strike because case can buy it. What has it got to do with Gihok?
It's a national concern.
National concern, let it be national concern, but not give her concern.
The GIOG is a government institution, or
How?
Anna, I bind you, my
A Ghana for a Jumako.
Aye.
Yes, and there are rules. Until a bit to her. Now, one ye, none the coin, ya. No, sorry, I know, or barbecue, someone I'm assuming dear tree. We don't pack. No more crowd of woman, we see a time. Because then, yes, I phone a good deal.
Hey, and the Obi want to use your mess or organize the work contract. Hey, as a subset in Bredias, and Indians, I didn't know.
Messages are for me, I can't be a minimum be a fiasem. Maybe fiasem.
Hey, you have a good video.
Aside that, the president, the leader of the Ghana Medical Association, pulled out of the strike under the excuse that they can't put the country in jeopardy 2 months to election.
I'm sure all of you have to run back to your various facilities to go and quench the fire that will be represented. I would like to take this opportunity to inform all of you. I know the press is here. The Ghana Medical Association is not joining the strike. We will not embark on a strike action, but we do, in solidarity, actually share some of the sentiments that organized labor have expressed. We will find our own way of dealing with the issue and not go along with the tide of putting this country in jeopardy 2 months to our elections. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my solidarity message to you.
Bro, as a medical practitioner, you are the first line of defense when it comes to fighting against diseases, fighting against illnesses. You are in the medical sectors. You see the results that the high level of metal are doing to pregnant women. You will give birth to somebody, deformities, stuff like that. These are all effects of the mine, of the illegal mining, the water bodies, the high level of mercury, the high level of cyanide, the high level of metals in the water systems and the water bodies. And you are going, we get the fact that fine, your choice to go on a strike will cause lives to be at stake. But you know what's funny? Apparently, this guy issued this statement without consulting anybody in the Ghana Medical Association. He just issued the statement, oh sorry, Yana, orders from we don't know came, and he just went there, told them that Ghana Medical Association is not going to participate in a strike. You don't care. To the extent that after he said that, one of the members of the Ghana Medical Association issued a petition to have him removed from office because he didn't consult anyone. Let me read that as well. I write to inform you of my intention of moving a motion for the removal from office of the president of the association, Dr. Frank Srebwo, at the annual General Assembly meeting in HAULT in accordance with Article 23 of the GMA Constitution. In the line of Article 23(3), the stated charges for his removal are as follows. Unilaterally issuing a statement without resource to the National Executive Council or the General Assembly in announcing the non-participation of the association in organized labor strike against illegal mining and its devastating health and environmental effects. This is in obvious contravention of Article 16 of GMA Constitution. The above action brought the association into disrepute in the eyes of the general public and made the association appear duplicitous in the eyes of the well-meaning Ghanaians. Given our previous positions on illegal mining, I will try to mobilize the required 2/3 of the General Assembly required for the motion to carry. You are enjoined under Article 23 of GMA's Constitution to include this in the notice for the Annual General Assembly in Ho from 3rd to 10th November 2024, and to bring this to the notice of the officer involved in the general membership. Bro, boss sorry yana. Okoye. Charlie, GME Massa, striking on. I know they feel. We know go do the strike song. You boys, if a step, we go watch how. So, this is the organized labor. This is the organized labor. This isn't all of it too. Before that issue, that statement was released, the nurses and midwives also chose to back out of the strike. They also chose that we will also not embark on a strike declared by organized labor. The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. What is this? What is this? Disorganized labor. What is this? Apart from those ones as well, no. What's his name, Kra? Isaac Amo, the board chair of the Ghana Meteorological Agency, said that any staff member of the agency who participates in organized labor's strike tomorrow will be dismissed. You see where it's going? There are rats and cockroaches and grasshoppers. No, things. I'm not saying you're disorganized everything. How can you tell me this story? This was all before that this thing was issued, though. So what was the strike? So right now I'm thinking, did the president take the initiative because of the efforts of the organized, because of the threats of the strike of the organized labor, or was it because of the efforts made by the concerned citizens? I'm talking about the hashtag Stop Galamsayers now free citizens protest that happened for 3 days. Is it because of that? Because from what is going on now, even if the president stops the Operation HAULT initiative that he's taking, I'm not sure these guys can all reorganize themselves and bro. What? Hey, God. You see, the organized labor are saying that they are not just going to sit idle. They are going to deploy people into the jungle, into the forest, and help the military men, the armed forces, make sure that everything is going as it's supposed to go. You see, there's something. Everything is going as supposed to go. Now let me tell you this. How do you expect Ghanaians to trust organized labor right now? That you've shown us that you are disorganized. You are not an organized labor. We are disorganized labor. So how do you expect us to trust you that you are truly monitoring the movements of the military? How do we know that you are not all just going into the jungle and going to drink tea? Or you are also going to take some of the goods? How do we know? How are we sure? How are we supposed to trust you right now? When they made a meeting to announce, when they called for the meeting to announce that they would no longer be going on a strike, before that announcement, they were having a meeting debating on whether or not they would go on a strike. They would go on the strike or call it off. The meeting did not end. And then they called the journalists to come in. We are done. The meeting was not over. People hadn't finished bringing their views and their opinions. And the chairman or the person leading the meeting called the journalists to come in that they are done. They are no longer going to go on the strike. What is happening? What is actually happening? What is really happening? Watch the video.
We even wanted to be given the opportunity to say that, well, if this is the route to go, then let us even subject government to strict deadlines. They said they will not let us talk.
Does that suggest that even in the meeting you were not allowed?
In the meeting we were not. I mean, I made my first point. Others, a few people spoke, and if you are speaking, then the chairman gets up and says he doesn't want you to talk. And so, if you want to make further suggestions, we didn't finish the meeting, and they called you guys to be to join the meeting. So we did not finish with our discussion before we realized they had called the media in, and so the meeting did not end. Then they just got up to read the statement that had been prepared already.
Are we to see you type on strike tomorrow?
Well, we are going to meet this evening. We have voted already. The 16 public universities have all voted unanimously and overwhelmingly to say that they want to go on an industrial action. And we don't care about what disorganized labor wants to do. We would be the conscience of Ghana. We will defend Ghanaians and we will ensure that we defeat this fight. We will defeat this existential threat that confronts all of us. If disorganized labor would not want to do it, we will do it.
Thank you
For example,
much.
is it fair to describe the leadership of organized labor as being incompetent to describe the
given the kinds of things that happen here? Okay, you do not call a meeting and then go with a prepared speech. Otherwise, prepared speech that are conclusive. The speech has its own conclusion. We had not spoken. We had not discussed. And then you came, and then when we had not even discussed it, so we are calling off the strike. On what basis? What was the basis? It means you sat in the comfort of your bedroom with the politician who manipulated you to come and read this to us. I mean, they have people they can manipulate, but not some of us. Thank you. I am upset. I do not want to cross the line. So let us do that. We have made it here. They do not want us to be organized. They do not want unity. And I'm saying that if they don't want to go on this tangent of fighting against this existential threat, Utah will be the conscience of the nation who will fight and defeat this existential threat. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Charlie, it be serious, oh. It be serious. We don't have just the corruption, the corruption and the catastrophe, the project, and the bro. This is the epitome of bribery and corruption. This is bribery and corruption at its finest. We can see clear as day. How can an organization that is so was supposed to be like-minded, we've all sat down and taken a decision. This is like 1 week till the time to the strike. This is within a period of 1 to 2 days. Tomorrow is 10th, today is 9th. This 9th, the 8th and 9th, people are pulling out, and I know go do, and Charlie, my mommy is sick, I will go host, and me say, so I can, what is this? Putting the matter of the organized labor aside, Ghanaians are really, 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 really difficult people, because how can the president call an Operation HAULT initiative and you have Galamsayers proudly protesting that Galamsayers we have people's moms on camera protesting against them stopping the Galamsey. They say we stop Galamsey protest. Free the Galamsey. Me say free the Galamsayers. Stop the Galamsayers protest. Look at this. How can you tell me this story? People are thinking of long-term effects on the economy, long-term effects on our natural resources, long-term effects on our health systems, Charlie. And I'll be drinking bottom side gold. If I find the video, I'll put it in because I saw a video of a man saying that the land belongs to him. It's his cocoa forest. He's choosing to use the land for Galamsey because he's getting more money out of the Galamsey as compared to cocoa. The money that the cocoa doesn't belong to anybody. Nobody can tell him what to do with the land. Bro, Eja, fine. Nobody can tell you what to do with the land, yeah? And you think the effects you won't be affected. Don't worry. You can get the gold and import your water. You see, the funny thing is, the people who are destroying the land for gold, you will get the gold right now. At the end of the day, if all the lands get destroyed, you will use that same gold to import water from the people that gave you the machines to destroy the land, just to satiate your thirst. You don't even say so no man. And I was like, yeah, Charlie, marry good, namada, marry poor, namada. You see, there's something. Honestly, me right now, the organized labor, people are calling them clowns online. People are calling them clowns. It's like they are some kind of, there's a puppet master, there's a puppeteer, ubiquitous strings, or you almost say, almost sour, Charlie, what is 1 day till the protest? 1 day to protest, oh my God, bruh. It's not normal. This thing no be normal. Kiddie, he should be also kiddie. Yeah, born about for making us with. These things are not normal though. They are not normal because how can it's not normal, bro. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend that organized labor at home soon.